Hey everybody, it is Yo Taylor back here at the Style Table on My Style Mondays. Today I'm here with a great friend and constant inspiration to my life, Miss Deborah Cottrell. She is the CEO and founder of Strength of a Woman. Now, I met Deborah many years ago. Our boys played soccer together. It seemed like a lifetime ago. And I remember talking to her when she had come up with the concept of strength of a woman and to see it blossom. And she's going to tell us about her journey. And of course, we're going to talk about her style because she is always stylish. She always looks good and she is forever young. And she's going to give us some of her secrets and her tips on how to look good and how to inspire women. Welcome to the show, Deborah.
Thank you, Yo. I'm glad to be here.
So let's talk about the fact that let's talk about that you were when how you came up with the concept of strength of a woman and why. I mean, I remember talking to you. We were on the steps of the Vineyard Church.
Yep. Well, the way it came about, first of all, it had been inside of me for a long time before it came out.
Hmm.
You know how you just think about things all the time and you just can't get rid of it, or through the journey, it goes away, but then the same thing comes back up. That's
Hmm.
how you know that, this is something that you're supposed to be doing, that God has called you to do exactly what you're doing, right?
Right.
So the time and timing is always um, God's timing, never ours. He just plants the seed, and we just think about it, think about it, think about it, and then eventually He says, "Okay, it's time." And I think that that's what happened to me. I was at the vineyard when it really just kind of fell into place.
Hmm.
It was like Easter Sunday, or maybe it might have been Christmas, something like that. Anyway, I had them pray for me because this is like really heavy on my heart that it was time. And after that, what I did um, was started talking about it to others. And I think that when you start talking about things that you're getting ready to go into, I believe that that's how it starts. And then people see your vision. They see, and they can feel that what you're talking about could definitely make a difference. So I started in December of 2008 with no money, nothing but a vision and a mouth that could just spread the word and tell others about what I was doing or what I wanted to do. And it was really funny because I spoke of myself in plural, we. Okay. No, it was me, but I would say we. So when I was talking to people, I would say, well, we are getting ready to do this, or we are getting ready to do that. So I was at work one day and I was telling some of the ladies about what I wanted to do. And those ladies are the ones who really helped me to get things started. One said, well, I can do some flyers. One said, I know this person that they can do that. Um, and then I left work, I remember, and I was driving down 75, and something in my head said, go to La Quinta. Okay, the hotel, La
Uh-huh.
Quinta. Yeah, people probably don't say it that way, but it's my dialect. But anyway, so they probably say, I think I've heard them say La Quinta or something like that, hotel. So I go there. I thought it was weird that I heard it in my spirit, but I followed it and I did. So when I get there, I get out of the car like I'm getting ready to do something. This is weird, right? But this is how things come into the play. And I
Hmm.
went into the hotel and I was just in my spirit. I said, I'm going to just ask for the manager. The manager was at the front desk. Okay. So I started talking to him and telling him what about this organization. Now, remember, this organization is not in conception yet. It's a vision. Okay.
Right.
So I started talking to him and I told him that it was a new organization. We were very limited on money, but we help women, and we wanted to have a Christmas gathering. And so he says, "Oh yeah, no problem. So he takes me to look at the room and everything. And then he says, well, do you like the room? I said, yeah. He says, well, I can give this to you probably for about like $1,250. I looked at him and I said, did you listen to me? I told you we're on a budget. We do not have $1,250. So he looked at me. He said, okay, I can give you the whole room for $500, but you would have to put $50 deposit down today. I said, I'll take it. Right. So that's how it all began. I put my little $50 down. Um, then I told the ladies at work, and they started getting flyers out. I talked to somebody else. They said, well, if you're going to do this, then you also need a guest speaker. And I said, yeah. So Janelle Walton from WCPO, I think she was on WCPO. She will kill me if I give the wrong station. But anyway, I asked her, called her. Of course, never had talked to her before, but somebody gave me her number and I gave her a call. And she said, sure, I'll be your guest speaker. And she was. And so that's how it all began. You know, it started, like I said, with a vision, my voice telling people what I wanted to do, and not being afraid to follow what was inside of me, the guiding light that was inside of me. So, and then the reason why I came up with this is because you know how Cincinnati was. You know, you see on TV all the time a lot of the shootings and things like that. And it was really tugging on
Going
my
on
heart.
everywhere.
Yeah. And I was thinking about women. And I said, wow. I said, so many women either have to bury their sons or have to go visit them in jail. And I said, you know, why is that? You know, and I said, maybe it's because they don't have the strength to do anything different than what they know. So I believe that I was used in that to reach out to women where they were, give them tools for a hand up. I don't believe in giving a hand out. And so, in giving a hand up, you give people the skills to be able to not have a piece of fish for a day, as they say, but have it for a lifetime. And that's the reason why I started the organization.
Okay, so the baseline is you were starting this to help women who were dealing with their kids, who were dealing with situations that were threatening. But, you know, as mothers, we're like mama bears. And we don't really pay attention to our strength because we are just so busy in the moment. We're
Mm-hmm.
like doing this, doing that, putting this out, putting this fire out, you know, setting this up for success while putting this fire out, while nurturing. All of these things you're doing, you don't even pay attention because you're just doing it. But
Yes.
to have a group of women who are all doing it together, where you can sit back and go, "Woo, I see you, sister. I
Yeah.
see you. I see you." And this is what I did to help me with this to make it easier. And they get to share information and network and help build each other up. Because when you're doing all that, you're a light. You're like a light.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you have all these rays of lights in one area, my goodness, that's a powerful, powerful, powerful.
Yeah. And you know, the way I started bringing these women together, it's very interesting. After the first Christmas event that I had, I invited some ladies over to my house to have coffee, and they had such a good time. And I had met them at the conference, and I've always opened up my house. You know, it's like, and so they came over and they said, "This was so nice. Can we do it again?" So I was like, well, yeah. But then the thought came, I don't want to keep this with just a small group of people. I think I've been called to many people. So I said, sure, but we're not going to have it here. So then at the time, you know, the Paneras had like a community room, and I started there, you know, just if you wanted to come, you could come. I built my website, did this and that just for marketing. People would just show up. And through that Let's Talk, women, I had a way of talking without putting women on the spot.
Mhm.
And what we found is that at the same time, many women were feeling the same way, going through the same thing.
Mhm.
And they felt comfortable being there and opening up because I I think that because it's easy for me to open up. I'm not afraid to share my journey with people. I'm not afraid of the judgment or anything like that. So it's like we're on our journey. We have all experienced things, and you're not alone. Someone else is experiencing exactly what you're experiencing, but then there's someone else who has maybe a solution to what you're going through. So out of that, let's talk. I ended up, um, started with workshops just by listening, hearing these women and what they were saying, and then seminars, and then conferences. And then I started connecting with other nonprofit organizations in the city um, of Cincinnati. And the Strength of a Woman's name just got out there, and they knew that I was really about truly building women up where they were. And so it was a great joy at that time, and still is.
And now you took a little time off. You
Mhm.
had you had you lost your husband, your beloved husband, and so you had to take that time to uh, work through and grieve and move on to so you could continue to raise your son and build a new life. And so you moved
Mhm.
to the DMV area. We're sad to see you go, but it turns out this was just a stepping stone for you.
Yep.
Then you stepped into another role. You decided that I'm going to move to North Carolina,
Mhm.
where you have now decided to, like,
Start.
yeah.
Start again. I've been here for
For the
about a year and a
facility.
half. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just I just for about a year and a half, I've just been here, and then, trying to get my feet, wet here, I guess you would say, and find my way. But I have to say this in our conversation right now, that something has been brought to my mind. A lot of the women that were in Cincinnati were single women, and I was married at the time when the organization began. And it's very interesting because for the last 7 years now, I've been by myself, as of course widowed, but still trying to navigate through this journey as a single woman. And my son was 12 years old when his dad passed. And I can I feel what they had felt, and who would have ever thought that I would be in these shoes. So now I can honestly say, what I did was worth it, because um I know what I need, and I know
Mhm.
what I was giving, you know.
Right.
And so now I'm here, and just decided 2023 is the year to start again, but in this area and all over. I spoke to an advisor, that because I wanted to know, how can I do this all over the nation, or wherever, all over the world, if God takes me there, and they counseled me on how to do that. So, but the home base is going to be here where I'm at, but I don't plan to sit in this place. I plan to expand out, and hopefully women in other cities will want to do this as well, and be trained to do exactly what I do here, to keep it going, for the future.
Wow, what a wonderful global vision that you
Hmm.
have, and I think it's we're just going to speak it. We're going to speak that truth into the camera right now and let
Yes.
everybody know that this is happening. And
Hmm.
It's happening 2023. It's happening. I'm just claiming it. I'm just
That's
putting
right.
it up there because
I like
you
this
are a
money.
light, and you will attract other lights. And so I just know it's going to be wildly successful and help many, many women. I was a
Hmm.
single mother for 14 years
Yeah.
before I remarried, and you're just on autopilot.
Yeah.
And to have some place to go or a soft place to land or people to talk to who really can speak to you on a very real and the buzzword authentic way
Hmm.
makes it seem tangible. It that you can do it, that you will overcome, and
Yeah.
that you could also share what you've learned in to other people.
Hmm.
You'll give that positive energy back to other people and keep
Hmm.
paying it forward because you're so excited about what's happening to you and the transformation to be a
Hmm.
part of strength of a woman. Yeah, it's exciting.
Yes, it is. And as we were talking earlier, um, there's obstacles that get in our way, as we are trying to achieve our goals on our journey and in our lives. But you really have to stay focused and just be aware and just know that whatever has been put inside of you, it is going to happen. But on your journey up, there's always going to be someone who's trying to knock you down. But
Right.
you have to believe enough in yourself to overcome all that. So,
That's right. There's always, when you are a light, or as your light begins to shine brighter,
mhm,
there are always going to be people who are confused as to where they are in their heart. And because of that, sometimes they'll do things to try to dim your light.
yeah.
That's why to be in the space with other women who are trying to help keep fueling the energy to your light
Mhm.
while you're fueling energy to their light,
It's
you will win.
like-minded, positive people,
Yeah,
who are just trying to get wherever it is that they feel in their heart. They know that there's a seed that's planted within them. And they know exactly, like we know, that you have to surround yourself with people who are going up, and not trying to go back or stay where they're at. But when we, I think, move forward with our dreams, we can't look at those who can't keep up as, not good enough or anything like that. We have to just either love them where they are at or let them go where they're at.
yeah,
You
so,
know what I mean?
right,
So, yeah, because, you know, we're just all, just trying to get to fulfill what we need to fulfill for ourselves.
right.
So,
Because you have to sometimes, many times, people are watching you,
yeah.
watching your growth.
Mhm.
So even though you might not be growing as quickly as somebody else,
Mhm.
you just sit back and keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing.
That's right.
And people are watching you, and you're inspiring people that you didn't know you were inspiring.
Mhm. Mhm.
Your energy and your positivity is inspiring people to not give up and not
Yeah.
to judge themselves based on other people. They've decided that they're just going to grow,
Yeah.
and they're going to grow at the pace that they're going to grow at. But you are also an inspiration to them. They're not always looking at you in terms of, oh, she's better and I don't like her or whatever.
Yeah.
They're looking at you like, man, I want to get there.
Yeah.
I want to get there. I know I can. I see her doing it. I see her life changing, and I know I can do that too.
Yeah. And I
So,
believe that everyone, all women have the ability within themselves to be able to achieve anything that they want. Remember, and I'm going to hurry up here, but I know my mom, she used to say, I used to tell her, I want this or I want that. And she says, well, get it. I'm like, I can't afford it. She says, you can have anything you want. And she was right. You can have anything you want if you only believe, but you must believe. You cannot have anything that you don't believe that you can have.
Yeah, yeah. That's
You
pretty.
know,
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And we're going to now talk about her style. Now, she's always looked super young, super
thank you.
young. I was looking at a picture of myself with Deborah one time, and I thought, what? Okay, why do I look like her mother? Talk about inspiration. I'm like, you always look so young, and you're always stylish, and you dress, and your attire says youth, but I'm not trying to look like,
Right.
you look like, you look like a woman. Like, I keep up with the trends, I keep up with the styles, but I'm not trying to,
Be 25.
right, that part. I wanted you to say that. I want to say
Yes.
that.
I think that however you feel on the inside is shown on the outside.
Yes.
If you feel like, oh well, I'm this age, so I've got to look that age. No, you are what you feel. I feel, well, I don't feel as young as I used to, but I don't feel older.
It is something when you're over 50, it's
Mhm.
like, I don't, it's hard. I don't really feel like I'm over 50. I don't feel
No,
like it's a part of my personality. I don't feel like it's a part of my energy. I feel like I'm still doing the things. In fact, I'm doing more now that I'm over 50
yeah. If you just think
than I
about
did when
it,
I was younger.
yeah, if you think about it, age is just a number that lets everyone know how long you've been on the earth. That's all.
That's it. That's
It's
it.
nothing else. So this is how long you've been on this earth. Okay. But that doesn't make you old, and that doesn't make you young. It just makes you, this is how long you've been on the earth. Now, what you feel on the inside is what you will portray on the outside.
Exactly. Exactly. You have got to don. You can wear, and I will say, I don't care if I have to say it every show. If you don't put on that, instead of worrying about a body shape or underneath that dress, worry about your cloak of happiness that you put on before
Absolutely.
you put those clothes on.
That's right. Because that energy of joy and happiness, um, that's what keeps you young. That's what's contagious. Nobody, honestly, we worry about what we look like, as far as our size or whatever, but we're beautiful at any size. But the way to be beautiful at whatever size you are is by, like I said, what you feel on the inside, what you feel on the inside. If you feel good on the inside, you can be a size 18, but it doesn't look like it to others because all they see is that positive, good energy that's coming off of you. People don't see their size. I mean, your size, you see your size.
Exactly. I say that. I tell women, I'm like, stop worrying about your size. They're like,
Yeah,
oh, I have to lose weight before I work with a stylist. No, you don't. No, you don't. Nobody is going to look in the back of your dress and say, "Oh, she's a size so and so," because they don't want
right.
to die. Nobody's touching you.
That's
Nobody
right.
knows the number. And frankly, the Department of Commerce initially created these numbers,
Right.
so they decided they made the number up, and then the numbers kept changing. So that tells me, and it should tell, and I want to say this to women, that number is just a number. It's
Yeah.
meaningless. It's all about you fitting in your clothes correctly. So you look
Hmm.
good. People are judging you on the first 27 seconds you walk into a room. And if you look like you are happy, that translates through the clothes, because when you're happy on the inside, you will buy. If you have to buy the size, the number bigger or whatever, and you're past all of that, you're happy on the inside. So then that way you can get dressed, your clothes fit, you feel polished, comfortable,
Yeah,
And that exudes confidence. PCC, y'all, PCC,
that's
polished,
right.
comfortable, and confident. That's
That's
what I'm
right.
talking about.
Yeah,
All
and
of
you
it.
know what,
Yeah,
Yolanda, the one thing is, I think also when it comes to your style, never apologize for your style. Your style is what's inside of you. I love, you know, beautiful clothes. I love belts. I love boots. I love to look, I don't know what the word would be, but I love to look
good.
on point.
On point.
On
Right.
point. And so I go, and you may, people may look at you when you go into these places, like maybe to work or someplace, and they look at your style and they think, wow, why is she dressed like that, or why is she, but that's what we could think. But in reality, that woman who's looking at you when you walk into into work or someplace, they're saying, I want to be like that. I wish
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah.
So, always think of yourself as positive. Your style is positive. Don't apologize for who
Never
you are.
apologize for walking
Yeah.
in the room looking good, because
Yeah.
people, you don't know who, for the one person that might say, well, who does she think she is?
Hmm.
Just remember, when you walk in a room, I'm everything.
Yeah, and I tell women, I said, just live a life of excellence. My parents, we didn't have a whole lot, but they always had us clean, you
Yep.
know, nice, and so they taught us to live a life of excellence. And
Always
if
be
you're
polished.
doing that, whatever your style is, then you're doing exactly what you're supposed to.
Yeah, because everybody, you guys, everybody has a sense of style.
Yeah,
My sense of style isn't your sense of style, but everybody has a sense of style. And when you
yeah,
say you don't have it, there's some celebrity, there's somebody that you know that you admire their style. If you're attracted to that style, you have a sense of style.
yeah.
It's just that you need to see how it translates on you. And it can, any style can translate on you as long as the fit is appropriate.
That's right.
And there is still a sense of it. There's some things that belong on 20-year-olds that
Right.
don't necessarily belong on someone who's older.
Yeah.
Um, so there are certain cuts that you have to think about your body shape and those types of things. But
Yeah.
that's why it's less about the number, it's more about your body shape and your measurements
Yeah.
and the fit. That's all you have
Absolutely.
to worry about. Just get out. I call it the size psychosis. Let's get off the hamster wheel. Get
That's
off
right.
the number hamster wheel. Let it go.
That's
Let it
right.
go. Look good, because the only thing people are just gonna like, oh my gosh, she always looks so put together. She always
Yeah.
looks so put together. That's all that matters. That you feel confident. You'll deliver the information. You'll be somebody people want to talk to, get to know, and can build. And that's what it's
Absolutely.
all about.
Yep.
And let me ask you this. What is your signature style? What's something that you give me the three things that you love, your favorite things that you always gravitate towards?
Scarves, boots, and sweaters.
Okay, there you go.
Hmm.
See, that's her superhero. Her
Yeah, and
superhero,
one
her
more,
hero.
blazers. I love to wear blazers. I know, when I go to work, I have a jacket on all the time, but I feel comfortable because I think that like blazers or jackets, they slim you down. Okay,
Mhm, yeah.
so I can have on a nice shirt, I have on that jacket, and it just, you see this, and so it slims me down. So
Right.
yeah,
And that's again the proper fit. And
yeah,
if you see something on sale, go get it tailored. Just get it tailored
absolutely,
so it fits you correctly and enjoy that jacket. Well,
absolutely.
on that note, we're going to say thank you so much, Deborah, for joining us and inspiring us and helping us set the new year off in the right way. Also, Deborah is going to drop her information in the comments so you can connect with her directly. And you guys also, you know where to find me. I am on At the Style Table on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I'm on YouTube where you can see this and many other fabulous women like Deborah talking about their business, their organizations, their passions, their hobbies, and their style. So see you next Monday at 7 p.m. on for My Style Mondays with Yo Taylor at the Style Table. See you guys next time. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.